Welcome to Strictly Business. I am Alfonso Santinello. To my left, as always, is Corey Vittoramo. And today we have a special guest co-host. It's actually Corey's mom, Linda Vittoramo. Linda, thank you for coming on.
You're welcome.
We have some different topics to go over today. There's a solar-powered house that's powered by Xbox Connect. Groupon acquires a social shopping site. Google, how they made their money, and the top 25 paying companies in the U.S. So first up with the whole Xbox powering a solar-powered house, it's really nuts. The articles from Fast Company were saying Arc and Caltech wanted to make things easy as possible because turning on the lights is just so hard. So they created a compact, hyper-insulated prototype solar house, also known as CHIP. It has an Xbox Connect master for the command, so you can walk into the house and instead of like flipping the switch, you can just be like air movements.
Oh, and wave your hand in front of the Connect.
So it doesn't have to be in front of the Connect. It just gets the whole. It's like, oh, I want to turn the lights on. It's like, eh.
So you have to make the same movement.
Not the noises, not that noise. Just like you want to turn on the lights. Okay, you want to turn on a fan, like.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it is cool, but it's.
What makes it solar powered? Because it's
the the beams on the roof. That's solar powered.
It has the panels.
Yeah.
Yeah, but how is it all connected? Get it? So the house is solar powered, and then therefore there's no like electricity running, so you don't have to turn on the light switch. So because that's not running,
so the
solar power is run through the Connect. How do you plug in the Xbox?
Let's edit out. The house has.
That's solar powered too.
What is?
Everything
The
must be.
Xbox?
Yeah, everything is solar powered. Yeah, there's no electricity running through the house. The house has a 3D camera that can track all your movements and it'll automatically do everything that you do. So it's kind of creepy. It's like.
Imagine if they had this as the Jersey Shore house.
Yeah, right. Every time they're in a smush room, it's like lights on, lights off, lights on, lights off.
And they track all the movements in 3D.
Yeah,
that'd be a crazy.
This is definitely like a smart house, like one of those like futuristic houses. I don't know. I have nothing else to say.
Well, I can only imagine how expensive it is to build.
It's expensive. I just think it's like lazy. Like someone can just be from the couch, like fan, TV, remote. Like it's just like.
It's the wave of the future, Al.
Laziness.
Yes.
Get off your asses. All right. Next up, Groupon acquires social shopping startup Mercado. It launched only in April 2010, and it basically lets consumers find and buy products through social networks like Facebook. Mercado raised $2.3 million in funding, and then Groupon bought them after that. Actually, I haven't heard from Groupon. I feel like in 6 or 7 months, they've been really quiet, at least in the media aspect. Like they haven't really done anything. I mean, I unsubscribed from all Groupon things because they just kind of got annoying, and I didn't think I never really used them anyway.
I didn't find any of them to any of the restaurants or anything that I went to.
Yeah, for me, Groupon never really.
Yeah, I haven't bought into it yet.
Yeah.
I know some people that do.
Oh no, I do as well, but it's just like I don't know. They Mercado, I don't know how they would ever use that. I mean, I could see it as them, the whole shopping aspect of it and products. So if there's a Groupon, they can instead of going through the newsletters or however they do it now, you can just purchase them at whatever page or website that you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So it's like pretty much Groupon is going to have like a shopping cart that
I think
you're going to have.
Groupon is trying to acquire like a way for people to automatically, whenever they think of buying something, that they go to Groupon first, figure out a way to save money on that item that they're buying. Because
they want to be the discount stop.
Right. This company offers like household brands, or maybe it's their own brand. I don't know. It didn't give much detail about Mercado, but I think they offer like household items.
Yeah, the founders of the company are going to be working for
Shop for your home
Groupon.
and kitchen. I'm sorry. It's one of the key words when typing in Mercado. You can search using shop for your home or kitchen. So Groupon doesn't have a lot of those items.
Kind of like furnishing, kind of like home decor or whatever.
Yeah.
It's more so restaurants and massages and salon stuff kind of thing.
Service related.
Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, who knows? They might change Groupon's format. I know when they were filing for an IPO, and then all of a sudden, like, their prices just dropped. Like, it was just like they were worth so much, billions of dollars, and then the value just went down. So I don't know if I mean, it says that they bought 6 other companies in 2011, so they're on a shopping spree.
I thought it was interesting that only a short time after Mercado received venture capital funding that Groupon bought them. So, are we still on the hunt for a venture capitalist, Al?
You just call me Sal?
Al? Venture capitalist? Al?
Does she call me Sal?
No, don't worry about it. Are you gonna throw me in front of a bus now?
Just in front of a camera, not a bus. I'm a twin and my brother's name is Sal, that's why I said that. Okay, let's just go to the next topic. Alright, so next up, there was an article from Inc. magazine which was really interesting I wanted to talk about, and it's how Google made its millions. In 2011, they made nearly $38 billion in revenue, and that's a lot of money. 96% of it came from advertising, and then so they kind of in the article they broke it down by the industry. So there's finance and insurance. They spent $4 billion on advertising through Google. The top spenders were State Farm, Progressive, and Geico, which I think those are the 3 that actually spend the most on advertising on TV too. Retail and general.
Commercials are awful.
Huh? I kind of like State Farm when it's like the university or the school with the guy. I think that's funny. Geico's getting annoying. The pig that screams "wee," I want to punch that pig in the face so hard.
Well, Progressive has Sonic the Hedgehog now.
Do they?
Yeah, which I mean.
Did they give him a voice? Because I would just be ruining it for me.
No, he has no voice. He just like zips around the office in that same like white office with the lady with the blue headband.
Really?
Yeah, it's kind of weird. I mean, I don't even understand why he even comes into the picture.
Yeah. Did Sega sign off on this?
Sega.
Next category is retail and general merchandise. They paid $2.8 billion. Top spenders were Amazon, eBay, Macy's. Again, actually, I'm kind of surprised. There's 2 online e-commerce businesses than Macy's. But the most commonly keywords they used was Zumba, which I thought was kind of funny. I mean, I know it's like the latest like trend in a lot of people, so I don't know how that fits in with Macy's. But Corey, you're a Macy's goer often. They have Zumba stuff.
I didn't even know they had treadmills. I would think of like Sears for this type
What's
of stuff.
Reber Grill accessories? Like I didn't know Macy's had any of these.
No, not our Macy's.
Well, maybe but maybe
we do have a smaller Macy's.
We do.
Yeah, compared to like other Macy's and Macy's.
There's other Macy's. No, I'm just kidding.
Where we are may not need to offer these types of items, but I didn't know that they sold these.
Yeah, I mean, there's just a lot of. I mean, I can see it with Amazon and eBay, like the DVDs and the equipment, and like you get them a lot discounted and a lot cheaper. The other category that they had was travel and tourism. They spent $2.4 billion. Booking.com, which I've actually never heard of. Expedia and Kayak. And then the most common used words were New York hotels, plane tickets, and cheap hotels. So, and we'll post up the article so you can actually see the monetary breakdown of what each ad word cost. And it's like, if these big companies are spending all this money, and then naturally the small businesses are trying to do the same thing, and obviously they're not getting the same money that they are.
Right. But even something as simple as accredited online college degrees was $34.87 per click. So, I mean, what they're saying is that like people who search that, right?
Yeah.
They're getting charged. The company who is saying yes, we want this to be part of
Well,
our keyword search.
it's in the companies that are right between the search and the search bar, those
Right.
2 or 3 businesses, and then all the businesses on the right. Those are the ones that are paying for it. And that's what these businesses are paying for
Right.
the prime spot. I never look at any of those. I just go to see what's like on the first and second page, and then that's it. But I mean, I personally, I would never, for me or my clients, I never really do the AdWords thing. I just think it's kind of a waste of money because your competitors can go on and click until it's gone. Or they just keep making you pay over and over and over again. Which, if they do that, f's up their thing because then they have to pay more per word.
Right.
So it's just I don't like the whole AdWords thing. It's not for me.
I'd be interested to see other top spenders, like such as toys or
Adult toys.
Like celebrity. No. But like, well, then you could do like do it yourself. So now I want to see what like the keyword search is. You know, what are people spending their money
We
on?
should go on and when you can start typing in like one word and they'll give you like 10 options. We can, or
Let's keep it PG.
Yeah.
Well, it's crazy.
Sorry, Mom.
Mom's here.
Yeah, no, but it's crazy, but because a lot of people don't really understand that logic behind when you're searching. So, I mean, it's really interesting to learn more about how they do actually make their money because you think that Google is just there.
Yeah, no, they're a multi-billion-dollar company, and they just keep getting bigger. They keep buying companies, which then makes them bigger. And so, yeah. Next up, the top 25 paying companies of this year, and I'll just go through them real quick. And there's a couple of them that I'm actually really jealous of. Southern Ohio Medical Center, Bingham McCutcheon, Alston Bird, Perkins Coy, EOG Resources, Devon Energy, Ultimate Software, Hibachi Data Systems, Boston Consulting Group, Autodesk, Salesforce.com, NetApp, Goldman Sachs, Cisco, Intel, Scripps Health, Microsoft, Qualcomm, Worldwide Technology, Baptist Health, South Florida. Crap, more other ones. I don't want to go through the list. But these companies they pay their employees the most. The top one, on average, paid $490,647 was the average. And, I mean, granted, it was a doctor office, but
Well, I think we should back up because I think that this article didn't preface the fact that they're considering all of their benefits and everything wrapped into you being an employee at that establishment.
It's not the pay salary.
Right. So you look at that. What's the first one? $490,000. Like that's not what the physician is making. It's all of his benefits, his salary, just the cost of him being there. You know, his average is probably like
with some of these
$200 an hour.
that's still pretty nice. But some of these they have the incentives and the bonuses that they give out are equal to some people's salaries. Bingham McCutcheon, they collect up to $25,000 for helping colleagues get jobs there. So if Corey got me a job at Lego, she would get a $25,000 bonus. If that does happen,
It's crazy.
50-50. But earlier in the year, they give bonuses from $7,500 to $35,000 at the end of the year. I mean, the money that they give for bonuses, and Bingham McCutcheon is a law firm, but damn, that's a lot of money.
Yeah.
But there are a lot of other. I know Boston Consulting Group, Salesforce, Cisco, Microsoft. There are a lot of big names on here, and they don't talk about the entry level ones. They talk about like the managers and the senior vice presidents of this
Engineer
department.
technicians, yeah.
So this article is somewhat misleading because they don't tell you like the entry level, like we lay someone off because that's gonna be your bonus, like.
Yeah, I like that Microsoft was on the list. It makes me kind of feel good about like what I've purchased, and that they give their kickback to their employees, and that I already have positive brand recognition with Microsoft. But if they're providing quality goods and a quality way of life for their employees, it kind of makes me feel better. Like reinforces them with me.
It's a good brand reputation.
Yeah, and actually, Kipton Hotels was on the list too.
I've never heard of them.
I actually stayed at the Hotel Marlowe in Cambridge, Mass, and it was the best hotel I've ever been to. And everyone was really like efficient and really super friendly, and you could just tell that they liked working there.
Yeah.
So
I've never heard of them.
Yeah, that they're giving kickback to their employees.
Well, that's what they say. If you want to keep your employees happy, you have to pay them, and that's the truth.
Yeah, and it doesn't always have to be monetary, because monetary praise is not always the best way.
Well, how else would you give bonus to employees?
Well, in this article, they're saying like what we were talking about before. The benefits are what make it better. Like Microsoft, the benefits at the main campus include organic spa, salon, certified green dining, campus shuttle, van, pool services. Sports fields.
DDs on Thursday nights.
Yeah. Actually, Microsoft pays 100% of the health coverage of their employees. That's huge.
Oh yeah, that's a lot of money. Healthcare is not cheap.
And part-timers are actually eligible for healthcare for working just 1 hour a week. That's great.
Yeah, right.
I mean, I don't know who that. We're looking for a part-time employee. Can you give us 60 minutes?
Yeah.
I'm available.
You have 60 minutes, and you're allowed a 10-minute break in those 60 minutes.
Mom, you'd have to move to Washington, so pack your bags.
All right, Linda, thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you.
And welcome back to the Strictly One-on-One. I am here with Natasha Clark, founder, president, person in charge of the Lioness Group, which distributes Lioness Magazine. So last you came on, it was more of an introduction to the Lioness Magazine because you guys had just launched. So a lot has changed since you guys have launched. What's going on now?
Yeah, the last time that I was on visiting, we were just getting started and launching it, actually on my birthday, August 4th. It was really exciting. The first issue, we had over 700 readers, which was really good for a first-time magazine online. And since then, it's steadily been growing. We're about 4 issues in, and next month, you're one of our 5 featured bachelors in the Bachelors in Business issue.
Sorry, go on.
That's okay. GQ it. That's good.
That's why I have the white tie on today.
And so we plan to feature a bunch of bachelors in business at the top of their industries throughout Pioneer Valley, so we're really excited about that. And we've had some really good features. I wrote them down so I wouldn't forget them. Some of them included Human Resources Unlimited, Next Level Development Conference. We even had a woman and a young entrepreneur from the Martha Stewart Show. So we've been doing really good and kind of getting the name out there nationally and globally. We even had a newscaster who wrote a story for us from Thailand. So.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, we're doing pretty good. We're out there. We're on Facebook. We're continuing to build up our likes and our fans on there. It's Lioness Magazine on Facebook. Check it out.
Like it.
Like it. And you can also check out the current issue on thelionessgroup.com.
Yeah. So, okay, so now with the magazine, how did, the Lioness Group, what do you do with the Lioness Group?
The Lioness Group is the umbrella company, if you will. I started it about 2 years ago. We specialize in public relations. And then this year we decided to kind of branch out and continue working with female entrepreneurs, but more in terms of highlighting all the amazing things that they're doing. So we've been able to do that with the publication.
Oh, wow. And, and I know we've talked about this off camera and I wanted to bring it up. You've been wanting to do the writing in the magazine for a while. You
no skills.
Yeah, no skills. Well, it's more so, it's what I'm a firm believer in due time, everything happens, and
Absolutely.
And you were ready. You have an amazing group of girls behind you, writers and people involved, and so who's involved with you? And
We have some amazing women who contribute monthly. We have Erin Corvo, Caitlin Gendron, Crystal Setter Brown, Don Leaks, Brenda's Child, who writes on work-life balance, and then we have women who come and they contribute one-time stories every month. And then we normally have our feature entrepreneur of the month. That's usually on the cover. So we try to mix it up, and we've even kind of been doing some things in music. R&B singer Selena Johnson was featured actually, I believe, in the debut issue. So we try to mix it up and even do some politics too. So.
Politics can get dirty. All right, so again, what's the website if you want to come and check out the magazine, especially for the February issue because that'll be featured.
You can check out Al next month on thelionessgroup.com, and you can also follow us on Twitter and on Facebook at Lioness Magazine.
Natasha, I love you. Always a pleasure.
Thank you for having me, sir.
And I want to thank you guys for watching. Corey says goodbye as well from behind the camera. And we will see you guys at the next episode where we actually will be filming Strictly Boston 2, where me and Corey are going back to Boston and we are going to be giving Boston some biz news. Yes. All right. Bye.